Hello, smart ones. This is Miss Fatin again and again, and this is our second science lecture video. Today, we're going to start with a beautiful new science lesson. But first, I will go for a quick review about the first two lessons, talking about types of plants. We said that plants are different in their sizes and also in the type of their stems. For this reason, we classify them into three groups: trees, shrubs, and herbs. And also, plants need different things. If we care for the plants, we call them cultivated plants. And if they get all their needs from their environment, we consider them as wild, right? Okay, so look, here we have this plant. This plant has a large size. It has how many stems? Look at the trunk of this plant. So this plant has one large woody stem, and this plant is perennial. It lives for more than 2 years. So what is it? A tree, a shrub, or a herb? A tree, excellent. Look at the second one. This plant has a medium size. Look at the stems of this plant. Does it have one stem like a tree? No, it has many woody stems. And it is also perennial. It lives for more than 2 years. So this is a shrub. What about this one? Is it large, medium, or small in size? It is small in size with a green, hollow, flexible stem. Look at the green stems of this plant. This plant is not perennial. This is a herb. So again, plants are organized in 3 different categories: trees, shrubs, and herbs. We should always look at the size of the plant and at its stems. The banana tree and the bamboo plant are regarded as herbs because they have green stems. Yes, I know that they are large in size, but they have green stems, so we consider them as herbs. The banana tree, the bamboo plant, the tree that you're seeing in front of you, the shrub and the herb, they all need sunlight, air, water, and minerals. If the plant is taken care of by man, there is someone, the gardener or us, watering it, cleaning its place, giving it clean air, providing it with sunlight. So we say that it is a cultivated plant, like the strawberry plant, for example. If the plant is growing in the wild, in a place where no one is caring for it, we consider it as a wild plant. So wild plants do not need man's care, while cultivated plants need us to care for it. Okay? Look at this plant. This is the oleander plant. Okay? This oleander plant has a medium size. Let's look at the stems of this plant. Does it have one stem? Does it have green stems? No. This plant has many woody stems and it is perennial. So, is it a tree, a shrub, or a herb? Did you say shrub? Excellent. Now, look at these pink parts. What are these? Flowers, yes. The oleander plant is called a flowering plant. What is it called? Flowering plant. Why? Because it blooms, it grows flowers. Look at the fern plant now. The plant that you can see in this figure, in this picture, is a fern plant. Is it growing flowers? No. So it's not a flowering plant. What about pine trees? Do they make flowers? No, they do not. So the fern plant does not grow flowers. The pine tree does not grow flowers as well. So we do not call them flowering plants. Fern plants and pine trees don't grow flowers, so they are non-flowering plants. So today's lesson will be about, yes, flowering plants. Do you love flowers? I do. I love cyclamens. I also like chamomiles and roses. The flowers have a very important role and job in the plant, for the plant, okay? Flowers are the parts that help the plant making babies. Didn't we say at the beginning that plants are living things and they need several things to live? So they reproduce, they make babies. People are living things, they make babies. Animals are also living things, they reproduce, they make babies. Plants also, they reproduce and they make babies. Seeds are the baby plants. Seeds are the baby plants. Flowers are the parts of the plants that help it make seeds. How is that? Let's see. We will take the hibiscus flower as an example to help us understand what happens in plants, okay? If you have any hibiscus plant near to your houses, go get one, go get a hibiscus flower, and let's observe together the parts of this beautiful flower. Let's start with the colored part of the flower. The colored parts of the flower are called petals. They are called petals. Petals are colored and their job is to attract animals. They attract bees, they attract butterflies to the beautiful shape and colors of the flower. These leaf-like structures, they look like leaves, but they are not leaves, are called sepals. And they are super important since they protect the flower when it is a bud, when it's still small and young. Okay, so you know now, petals are the colorful parts of the flower. Their job is to attract bees, butterflies, and other kinds of animals to the flower, while sepals look like leaves. They are like small leaves at the bottom of the flower and they protect the flower. Deal? So now we have petals and sepals. Let's see. What do we call these? Petals. Perfect. These are the petals of the flower. What about this? What is this? Let's see. Again, here we have a petal, 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 petal. Petals are the colorful parts of the flower. Here we have the sepals. Sepals look like leaves, but they are not leaves, and they protect the flower when it's a bud, when it's young, and when it's growing. The part found in the middle of the flower is made of 3 parts. We have this part, this one, and this one. And actually, this is the female part of the flower. It is the girl, the female part of the flower. What is this part called? Is it called Fatima? Is it called Fatin? No, it has a special name. We call it carpel or pistil. Pistil or carpel. The carpel, the girl, has 3 different parts. Stigma, style, which is the line holding the stigma, and ovary. So repeat them with me. The name of this girl, the name of the female part found in the middle is carpel or pistil. The pistil is composed of 3 parts: stigma, style, ovary, stigma, style, ovary, stigma, style, ovary. And in the ovary, you can see small points, which are the ovules. Okay, for the moment, I want you to know that a pistil or a carpel is the female part of the flower, and it includes the 3 parts: stigma, style, and ovary. Okay, what about the second part of the flower? It's the boy, it's the male part. The male is called stamen. The stamen has 2 parts: the line called a filament and the head, the anther. And the anther is usually yellow because it holds the pollen grains, the grains or the yellow powder that we see usually on bees' bodies. So this pollen is held by the anther. Again, the name of the male isn't Ali. It isn't Adam or Karim. The name of the male part is stamen. The stamen has 2 parts: anther and filament. Okay? Quick revision. Here we have the petals. Petals are colorful. Then the sepals, petals and sepals. The girl is called carpel or pistil. Okay, just give me 1 second. The carpel is composed of 3 parts: stigma, style, ovary. Stigma, style, and ovary. The stamen, which is the boy, has 2 parts: anther and filament. Okay, and that's all. Now you will ask, but Miss Fatin, we understood nothing. What about the parts? How are they connected to each other? And how these parts help in making seeds? We will see in the next video. Deal? First of all, I need you to know that not all plants are flowering. Most plants in the world are flowering, meaning that they make seeds in flowers. They have flowers, and since they have flowers, this means that they can make seeds. Okay? A flower shows petals, which are the colorful parts, sepals, they look like leaves, a carpel, which is the female part made of a stigma, style, and ovary, the stamen, which is the male part composed of an anther and a filament. Okay, what's the job of this? The petals? Petals are beautiful to attract animals. The sepals protect the flower as it's growing. The female part and the male part have an important role that we're going to talk about in the upcoming videos, okay? Thank you for watching. Can't wait to see you in class. I love you. Bye-bye.